Also, another thing that's very important for managing and working with regions, which both Page and Master Page have, is that each region has its unique name. And actually, you can see here in the Master Page itself, the same menu is in the page, of course, regions that were sometimes used with this Master Page, but now they are not used. So actually, what kind of regions are active depend very much of the layout. So if I choose content sidebar layout, in the Master Page could be active only, let's say, sidebar right region from the sidebars. But if I choose layout with two sidebars, the Master Page will be able to manage sidebar right and sidebar left. So the idea about preserving the contents of the regions is, of course, usability, which means that if I change a user interface pack, and in this user interface pack, the new one, the same regions are defined, all my content and all my settings will be reused. I will not need to make any additional changes. If I have, let's say, in my previous layout defined something like header with these words, it will be reused from the old one, which has the same ID. Other things that are managed based on the Master Page level, it's Master Page name, which is somewhat expected. You can manage the metadata, and it's the same principle here. If I put something as a metadata in the Master Page, it will be actually distributed through all the pages that are using this Master Page. This means that basically all these pages here that are using the Master Page will get this meta content in their relevant sections of the source, of the HTML source or the page. Right now there is nothing defined here because it's empty, but let's say if I define a no follow tag, which is actually something that I'm instructing all the robots not to index and not to follow this page, like Googlebot and Yahoo and all the rest that are, let's say, the common name good bots, because there are bad bots that are not taking anything into consideration. So the good, tiny, very gentle bots will read this in the page head and will execute it as a command. That means these pages that has this Master Page will not actually be indexed, or their links will not be followed. So I saved, like you saw right now, only saved the change. So if I refresh now this page, and you see here now the message is with a small exclamation mark, and it's saying me that there is some content checked out that is presented here. So if I browse, just a second to see how to show you the, okay. So this is the actual HTML of the page. I'm just showing it not to frighten you with some code, but to show you that here is our meta tag that we just put together, and which actually is distributed in all pages that are inheriting this one. So I will just make the following thing. I don't want this change to be applied, so I will just make undo checkout, which means that the draft copy of the Master Page will be destroyed and we will return back to the original one, which is done in here. So if we browse one level down at the content presentation, and actually our options are more and more specific here, we are going on the browse on the page level, presenting the content, and again you have checkout, the same thing here, and again you have almost the same kind of management tools here, but they look here a little bit different on the level, because right, you see now the way this page can use layout or skin is only by ones that are defined in its master page. So actually cannot have skin or layout that is specific for a page without it being defined in a master page. We've done it this way because actually the layout and the skin is something more global. It's basically in our own systems before that, CMS solutions and the WordFrame community, where we didn't have the WordFrame Integral Framework, and also managed on master page level, and it's something that is quite common in the web interface programming.